Hi, I'm Paul Duchesne. Welcome to Mama Paul's video podcast. It's still September the 30th, 2021. I'm doing a series of small introductory previews to some of the longer stories that I'm going to do later on in the fall. And I'm going to give a tiny little preview to the Twinkie story. While I was the general manager at a Good Earth Natural Food Store in Fairfax, organic sugar came out. I think this was 1997, late 97, maybe early 98. Organic sugar came out. Well, as soon as organic sugar came out, anything that was sweetened, any manufactured items, grocery items that were sweetened with white grape juice concentrate. Well, after Florida Crystals introduced organic sugar, a transition started to take place. And very quickly, one product after another got rid of the white grape juice concentrate, replaced it with organic sugar, organic white sugar. The taste profile is more to our taste buds. So immediately there was a huge success of the Florida Crystals, and one product after another started to get replaced. I said to myself, every product in the store that has some sweetener in it is going to wind up with real sugar. Everything that's in the grocery store is ultimately going to get knocked off. Now, the reason I'm saying that is earlier in my food career, around 1980, I had created a brown rice tofu sandwich, which then led to creating Wildwood Natural Foods. And we were making a whole line of deli foods. There were no deli foods that were available on a regular basis in any of the health food stores anywhere in America. The best you could get was an avocado sandwich or a tofu and cheese sandwich that they would make in the back. But prior to this, there was no fresh prepared foods being delivered. So that's what we did. We knocked off the whole deli line and we created tofuna fish, tofu steaks, salads, hummuses, brown rice tofu sandwiches, and various variations on the theme. So that gave me the confidence that I could do almost anything. So here we are, the organic sugar comes out. I can see that every item in the health food in the grocery store is going to get replaced. And I said to myself, well, what's the worst, most heinous item there is? It's a Twinkie. I'd never even eaten a Twinkie in my whole life. I said, wow, I'm going to make an organic version of it. Whoa. And I'll do it in blah, 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 brief period of time. Well, short story long, 18 years, $50,000, and 5,000 hours later, I ultimately did it. I did invent an organic Twinkie. In the beginning, we had almost 25 people working on the project with me at the Culinary Academy in San Francisco. And that didn't work. And then there was a long hiatus while I had to wait for the right product to come out. And then finally I got back on it. Along the way, I created a natural hydrocolloidal, something that holds water, which a lot of these monosodium glutamates and things like that do. I created a natural hydrocolloidal from an herbal root, marshmallow root. So I made a marshmallow root syrup, which I used in the product in order to give some more bounce to it. So it had a lighter feel to it. So ultimately, like I said, I created the product. I still have some in the side basement over here that are 3 years old and not moldy, if you can believe this. 3-4 years old that are not molding yet. I use modified atmosphere packaging and oxygen absorbers. But I ran out of money at the very end. I could not get the last clunk of money that I needed to get it into the marketplace. So as I was finishing up and as I was finally getting the last tweaking to invent this bloody product, I could not get it to market and I had to give it up. It was either keep the wife or keep the product. I decided to go with the wife and get rid of the product. So all along the way, I used to say, you know, it's going to be a joke and I'm going to do a comedy routine on it. Nobody ever asked me to make it. In fact, what people used to say is, why would anybody want to do that? And for me, it was the Mount Everest of food knockoffs, period. Simple as that. And that's why I got into it. So like I said, we didn't do it. We didn't get it to market, but it's one heck of a story. and quite a bit of research, and nobody was interested in buying the recipe either. None of the companies would touch it. And the reason is they don't buy things from people that are outside the company. If you're working in the company, they'll give you a bonus or something like this, but they want to own it outright, and they don't want somebody coming in and selling it to them for anything. So we're going to do a longer story on that also one of these days. Peace, patience, persistence. We'll see you soon. Thanks for coming in.